Speaking of allegations, honey, Kelly Price has something to say too. I'm telling you, 2024 is the call and response of the decade. I feel like everybody. Oh, you said what? You know what? I got time. Let's finish the conversation. That's why I feel like 2024 and of Revelation, just revealing everything. So she goes on to say that she was the only judge that kept her hands clean from the cookie jar, saying that the other judges were allegedly having affairs and messing with underage children. Also claims a preacher tried to get in bed with her. The lives that are lived by the people that you worship are despicable. Woo! Now you can pause to read. Let me go ahead and move my big bike out the way. You can pause to read, but she kind of goes on to talk about how she's asking the Lord to deliver us from pastors, hoes, and pedos. Use your context clues. Deliver us from self-righteous congregants who send their money to liars and pimps in plain sight. Then come deliver me. The nerve you have. Woo. She goes on. Okay. Pause to read. But how y'all feel about that? Be it as it may, the allegations that have came out with certain pastors, preachers, congregation members, there's some validity to it. I mean, I would say this: you do have to be careful with putting out allegations if you don't have proof. But she didn't say any names. I'm pretty sure kitchen table talk is a lot more going on than what maybe we know just yet. But what do y'all think? Let me know. Moving on. This child right here. Little Nas X. Little Nas X has come out talking about, you know what, the society or the record label tried to get me to do all of these. He was doing a lot of Satan stuff, okay? And now he was saying, well, I'm going to do this for the Lord now. And he's doing a lot of blasphemy things, like, for lack of a better word. Okay, I don't care what your religion is. I feel like certain things you don't need to mock so aggressively and so disrespectfully. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't like just poking fun at the holes of different religions. That's a whole other segment and a whole other story. It's not this. It's you being real blatantly disrespectful that is putting a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. In this clip, I'm not going to play the whole thing, obviously, but he is downing shots of the wine and the bread, okay? Jesus' body, Jesus' blood is very symbolic. If you know, you know. And just throwing him back. There was another clip. I can't find it right now, but he's laid out on a cross, sprawled, okay? Imitating G. I don't like none of that. That ain't my type of carrying on. And I feel like just because you have a bust down middle part that's like 24, 26 inches, yucky, don't mean that you're the second coming. And I also feel like you got to be careful. Anyway, no, he don't have to be careful. He can do whatever he want to do. I was going to say you got to be careful because you won't be able to break from that. But the way this world is, he probably will be just fine with some of the people. But I feel like this is just a huge distraction from the fact that your records is not selling like it should. I haven't looked into it. I don't know. I don't listen past that Old Town Road or whatever. I haven't really listened to a lot of his music. So I don't know if this is just a grab at straws to get the people's attention, or if he's trying to, take a little piece of the success that Doja Cat had when she went to the wild side and started, horns and the shavings and all that. But I don't like it. And I guess I don't have to like it. It's an individual thing, but I don't see anything good coming from it. Y'all let me know what you think. Last but not least, we have Vivica A. Fox in regards to Taraji P. Henson's career. Vivica was interviewed or questioned by TMZ while she was out signing autographs in a very fabulous fur coat. And she basically was like, hey, love all the girls. And I love them for looking out for one another, but I'm good. That she basically said, that's good for you. That wasn't her experience in the industry, and she's been able to make her a pretty coin. Now, Vivica, personally, did she say anything wrong? I don't think it was anything wrong with what she said. In further, like, thinking though, I feel like the issue is a little bit, I'm not going to say deeper, but I think it's a little bit more to it. I think that you got to look at the bigger picture. Just because you haven't experienced it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen or it's not happening, right? Also, too, and let me know if I'm just kind of overstepping or if I'm picking up something that nobody's putting down. Is it just me, or does it strike anyone as like maybe Taraji is not the fan favorite amongst certain groups of women? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that this is everyone, but I feel like certain women don't give her a lot of niceness. Now, I don't know any of these women yet, but from what I've seen, I feel like Taraji has been, a girl's girl, supporting all the ladies. I haven't seen her say anything disparaging against anyone, to my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, obviously. But it was Vivica's response, and then I'm gonna be honest, and I love her down, but it was Fantasia's kind of response about driving herself, or that she requested a car herself. Probably didn't correlate. I feel like Fantasia purposely just goes to work and goes home and minds her business. I don't think it's really anything to do with Taraji. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like more people should be advocating for her. I feel like she's been in the industry, done rubbed shoulders with all these folks. Who's going to be like, yeah, Taraji, you know what I'm saying? Is it just me? It could be just me. Certain responses, I'm like, because I feel like with certain women, Nia Long, people advocate for her. Regina King, who else? What is her name? Actually, both Reginas. Certain people, folks will advocate for. And I feel like Taraji doesn't get that. And I'm not sure why. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. Am I looking too far deep into stuff that shouldn't? Let me know. Because I kind of thought about it. I don't know. Anyway, do you agree with Vivica's response? If it's not a personal issue, should you be like, speaking up and kind of more diligent about what you say? I feel like it wasn't necessarily anything wrong with what she said, but if I know my homegirl, or maybe they ain't homegirls, or I feel like it's a bigger picture thing, it needs to be a united front. At the end of the day, it does need to be a united front, because just because you haven't experienced it yet, and hopefully you don't, doesn't mean that it can't happen. Also, people were pointing out Taraji and Vivica are two different types of actresses, two different types of playing fields, and I have to agree. It's the truth. No shade in it. Different types of actresses. So y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. I believe that will end our scoop for tonight. Thank you so much for coming back for part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, I've uploaded it already. Go ahead and check it out. And, send me all of the stories or things you want me to talk about, review, things of that nature. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and comment for more content. And as always, I'm Hershey Sunday, and I'm back with the scoop. Peace.